Alright, what's up everybody? Today, I plan on talking about what I did to get better on PC gaming. I've been here for about a month now, and I got really to the level I was at in about a week. So we're going to go over a few things. The first thing we're going to go over is our keyboard and mouse settings and what the sensitivities I have. So when I first started, it started at like 11 default. I turned it down to like a 5 or 6, and then I just turned it up, and as I felt like part of it got slower, I just upped it up by 1, and that seemed to help me out a lot. You want to turn mouse acceleration off and mouse filtering off. That's not something that you really want to have on there. And then we want to have the legacy. And then these are the multipliers. I haven't really found much of a difference with that, so. Now, our movements. These really can stay default. That really doesn't make too much of a difference. And then W front, S back, A left, D right, F to use because I figured it's the easiest one and it's worked a lot for me. For my crouch, it came as C, and I put it as my left click on the front of my mouse because my thumb's always sitting right there anyway, and you crouch and slide a lot in this game. And then prone, I put on C. That was the original for what came on there for crouch. So I figured I don't prone as much. If you want to drop shot, C's easy. It's just like what you were doing when you were crouching. Left shift, that's sprint, that's normal. And then gestures, I really honestly don't really care about that. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, I put the fire weapon on the right click. I know you probably won't be able to use it as fast as what you would have done left click, which was stock. But that's just I feel better doing it that way. Y'all might too. Then next weapon, mouse scroll. That's easy. And then lethal, I put as my middle mouse click because it's just the quickest, the most responsive out of it. And then tack, I put as the back click on the mouse. I wanted everything that you do more frequently to be at the very beginning of your touches, like on your keyboard and mouse. So that really works really good for me. Originally, I had my crouch and slide as the back button with this one set, but for some reason it wouldn't let me aim in and crouch at the same time. Y'all might run into that problem too. I didn't really mess with any of that. Let's see. None of this I really changed. That really doesn't matter to me. Have it on full screen, and I have a 2080 Super. I run everything pretty much in normal because I don't want to overload my computer. And volumes, that's up to you. And in game, I have a very low mic volume, so I put mine all the way up to 400. I have a Corsair headset, and I think most Corsair headsets are probably like that too. So that's something that y'all might want to consider as well. Let's see. Trying to go into a game and show y'all. Let's just go into a TDM and we can talk about some more of what I do. So, these are my main classes that I've learned. On console, I was sniping with the car, but on PC, the AX50 feels a lot better. And I run amped now. One thing, when you're throwing C4s, your stock double tap C4 is gonna be your double tap your C4 is gonna be F. You double tap F and it'll blow up on its own. let's get into the game. Let me just select a class. For the sake of the video, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. And then we're going to turn that off so that way people don't got to hear me.
Team deathmatch.
Turn the volume up
Get out there.
for my headset.
Promote the company.
Alright. So, that's not a good start. Anyway, this might not be the best gameplay because it's my first game on.
We've got control.
See, but you can be very fluent with the setup that I put on there. And it's really, in this game, I'm not trying to show how good I would be at COD. Just really my binds and my setups that I use for Modern Warfare. Because that's really hard for people that are making the switch to PC.
The enemy at the train tracks.
And I really, I know it was a hard adjustment for me, but it was pretty quick though. I want to be able to help people out as soon as they get to PC if they want to search it up. Now I don't take a lot of like super far shots because still my aim's not as good as it could be, but it is pretty good considering how new I am.
Reloading.
So here. So let's say you throw your C4. You could double tap that,
The enemy at the train tracks.
and then that'll reset. I mean that'll just pull your bomb detonator out, which is not very good. It takes away your gun. So now look, throw it, double tap that, and that's natural. That's stock. We don't have to do anything to change that. And I don't know where the bind is for it, but F is what we used to use anyway. So I think whatever you use to interact is what will pull that up. And see, boom, lethal. It's right on our thumb. You know what I mean? That's something that we use pretty frequently when it comes to COD, especially if you want to perform better. You're gonna slide a lot. And you're also gonna want to use your lethals and your tacticals a lot more. So that's the reason why I have these set like that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, F. It's right next to your D, so it's pretty much natural for you regardless of the situation. F, boom. It's so easy to use the F. And these are the best binds that I found to make it easy for a new keyboard and mouse player compared to, you know, somebody that's more experienced. You might not want to run these kind of binds. But this is a good starter setup for somebody that's ready to learn on their own.
The enemy at the train.
I'd say if you're a beginner, I would throw these settings on. I know everybody's different, but these seriously have helped me perform so much better in COD. When I first started, I wasn't getting any kills in any games. I had people that I was way better than on PS4, just normal consoles, that were literally just smoking my top of PC. That's not normal for me. I was used to being the best player in the lobby when it came to console, and when I jumped to PC, it wasn't like that at all. And when you first get in, you're gonna need to focus on just a few things. Focus on your aim. That's gonna be the hardest part. The movements are natural. WASD is natural. That doesn't doesn't matter. That's for any beginner. And you also want to use guns that you know are overpowered in COD, or what people say they're overpowered. If you jump in and you have guns that are weak and normally inaccurate, I mean nothing's gonna work out. It's gonna be hard to get the kills. So when I first started, the only gun that I was using was an MP5. And there's nothing wrong with the MP5, but it's just such a noob gun to use. Such a noob gun. It's strong, it's accurate, even with no attachments on there. It's just the best thing to use. And also the 725 shotguns stuff, I knew that was one-shot kill. I used that while I got my aim up. And then slowly switched off of using shotguns. You can use a shotgun and be good, you know what I mean? It doesn't take any skill to do that. Let me show you. And unfortunately, that's what really COD is nowadays, you know what I mean? Just shotguns and overpowered guns and stuff that people can do to get any damage on somebody. There's not like much of anything that separates anybody. They all do the same thing.
Watch your fire!
See, look at that. Stems. See, look. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? You don't have to do anything to be good at it. It just really don't make much of a difference. And then, boom, look, MP5 shreds.
Enemy personal radar online.
And 3, 4, and 5 are your, like, normal filters.
UAV beginning flyover.
X is where you call in your things right here. That's normal, that's stock, it's easy to push.
Keep it tight.
All I focus on is what's easier to learn. The adjustment is insane when you switch from a console to a PC, or if you were to just jump on PC with no experience. So that's what I focused on when I came in here. All we want to do what's the best to learn.
Enemy at the back alley.
We don't need to jump in here and try to be the best person there is, because what's that gonna do for us?
You scored a victory. Let's have another.
That wasn't a game for us to show how good we were. We wanted to be fluent. And I wanted to show y'all how fluent I was, or how fluent you could be with these keybinds. We didn't perform good that game, but it is what it is. And here's the setup that I first used when I first came in here. MP5, TAC laser, F-TAC collapsible, Commando foregrip because you don't lose ADS speed, and it's practically the same as using a Merc foregrip. 30 round mag on MP5 is the best you can go, and rubberized grip tape for a recoil. And this is the best 725 class you can run. Muzzle you want to choke, sawed-off barrel, TAC laser, sawed-off stock, and slim grip. This is the best you can do. You put these classes on, whenever you get into the game, you'll learn quick and you'll be able to kill people quick. It won't make much of a difference. And that was gonna be it for that video. If you like, leave a like, subscribe to me. I really appreciate it.